Hello all, my name is Williford-Webb. I'm a graduate student in my final year at the University of Alabama studying social work, and I'm currently working on societal determinants of health and wellness of low-income, marginalized populations in the United States, which are primarily black. In this case, I'll be looking at the crisis of disappearing black farmers and farmland. And I'm immensely grateful for the opportunity to bring attention to these alarming trends that I've discovered. While it's no secret that marginalized and underrepresented Americans are frequently victims of predatory practices such as redlining, voter suppression, and harmful immigration laws, the data that researchers have compiled tells a story of the economics of black farmers and the systemic dismantling and purposeful barriers to their prosperity. In fact, between 1920 and 1997, black farmers in particular lost $326 billion in wealth and land assets. Throughout that same time, as the life expectancy of all Americans sharply increased, black Americans, whose life expectancy did also increase, consistently saw more negative health outcomes and shorter lifespans than white Americans. This trend continues to persist today. Farms provide local communities with fresh fruit and produce at lower prices than most grocery stores are able to. As black farms have dwindled, the revenue from farmers markets and farm shows continues to disproportionately benefit white farmers and those who can afford to travel long distances. For example, one 40-acre California farm did $74,000 in sales at the smallest farmers market that year and $500,000 at the largest. At that same time, between 2017 and 2022, the total number of U.S. farms declined by nearly 143,000, which means that there are less farms to cover cities and rural food deserts. Consequently, I'm here to state my firm and unyielding support for S96, the Justice for Black Farmers Act, which was originally sponsored by Senator Cory Booker during the 118th Congress. This act, which of note has seen no congressional action since January of 2023, would direct the Department of Agriculture to provide a variety of assistance to address generations of discrimination, racism, and health disparities in the agricultural section overall. One such form of assistance would be access to federal land grants for black farmers, which could help new generations of young black farmers acquire farmland and open new innovative operations to get them up to date with the times. This bill would also provide funding for HBCUs to continue and expand agricultural courses of study or related disciplines. And make no mistake, I have a complete understanding of the country in which I live and how others may be opposed to these initiatives and see them as unfair. The recent executive orders signed by President Trump have shown that the very ideas of diversity, equity, and inclusion are considered threatening and toxic in federal policy. One order Donald Trump signed, ending illegal discrimination and restoring merit-based opportunity, has already been used to attack federal programs, so it wouldn't be a surprise if it was used to attack this one. It's likely that any federal initiative seeking to directly address the crisis of racial hostility in this country will encounter great trouble. However, one entry point to negotiations may be the bipartisan desire to cut waste, fraud, and abuse from the budget, which is estimated to cost the government between $233 and $531 billion annually. Social workers will need to be prepared to educate their clients in the art of advocacy and show them how to properly urge their senators to co-sponsor S96 with a barrage of phone calls, emails, and text messages. A great deal of what that advocacy looks like is what I'm here doing today. Thank you for your time.